Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday the 19th of December 2019. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Shadowscapes deck again for today's reading. You'll hear the footsteps in the back, it still Bob's. He comes in as soon as he hears my voice. Hello Bob. Hello, how are you doing? It's so nice to just have him around. Yes Bob, okay, good boy, good boy. So I'm just going to tune into Thursday the 19th. Good boy. So you see, if you have a dog as well who jumps on you or in your lap while you're doing readings, fine, no problem. Okay, Thursday the 19th. We have the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles. He knows I'm not speaking to him now, so he's left. 10 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and Strength. Okay, that's great. So first of all, the 10 of Wands is the number one or the top card of the suit of Wands because it goes from 2 all the way up to 10. So in the minor arcana, which is what these are, this is Wands, minor arcana, suit of Wands, minor arcana, suit of Pentacles, and that's a major arcana card. So the energy builds and builds and builds and builds as you go from 2 all the way up to 10. And this is fire and life purpose and passion. So usually a 2, you're kind of taking the world back into your own power, into kind of your hands. You're looking at what you're going to do, where you want to go. 3 of Wands is making connections and building something. By the time you are really, really successful, you're carrying this whole town on your back. It's like celebrities who make it in showbiz or something, and they end up being an industry in themselves, and the family members' children going to school, and then the nephew who wants to go to college and all of those things. That is what the celebrity or the person who has made it then carries all of that on her back and makes sure that these people up there are having a wonderful life. Now, they're going to have their own problems up here, right? Too much sunshine, whatever. These people up here, this is really interesting actually to me, because they're going to live their lives, and unless you live out here, you can't really see her. If you live up here in the tower, you can't see what's supporting you. So it's almost like this world, it's very similar to ours, where there's something bigger propping everything up and making the rules, and we're up here, the little ants, really not realizing that there's something much bigger underpinning all of this. So the 10 of Wands, in this case, I would say is being a victim of your own success. Because like I said, 3 of Wands, you start to do things. 4 of Wands is things like marriage. 5 of Wands, little conflict to get the money going or to make your passion happen. By the 10 of Wands, you really made it. She wanted to build something forever, and now she's done it. And it's long-term and permanent. See the snail shell there? She wants this. So it's not that you're being forced into something that you don't want to do. In fact, you're taking on so much that you do want to do that you need to be a bit careful that you don't bite off more than you can chew. Imagine if she lost her strength one day. Poof. So you are strong, you're excited, you're interested in things, which is awesome. Just don't overdo it in terms of saying yes to everything and trying to go to the party at 3:15 so that you can make it and leave early so you can make it to the party at 4. And then you go there and you leave early so you can make it for the party at 5 and early to go to the party at 6. You know, that kind of thing. You can't please all the people all the time. And the only thing here that is good is, well, a lot of the things here that are good is that it's your ones that you're carrying on your back. They're not other people's ones. It's not your auntie's wishes for her life. It's your wish for your life. So you can do whatever you please. Just make sure you don't overburden yourself. The Six of Pentacles got the Pied Piper sitting there. And when he plays his bizarre little instrument, then coins flow out of this dried up old fountain. And it's almost like water or a blessing, abundance. He gives something he has, which is nothing. He's got an instrument. So what he has is intangible, right? So it's a thought, it's a feeling, it's an idea that he creates with this instrument. Once he does that, though, he creates something very different, which is water and value. So his thoughts, his music, other people hear that and they're renewed by it. It replenishes them like that plant down here. It gives them a sense of life and purpose. And that is so valuable. I mean, that is invaluable. It's the difference between life and death, really. It's the difference between there being life or there being absolutely no life and nothing. Or actually seeing the value in your life and enjoying it and enjoying the process of growing instead of having this life that you're aware of, but you neglect it and you don't even bother with it. And it's like, well, planet is terrible and people are terrible anyway, so why should I even bother? Why should I try and make the world a better place when no one else does? If everyone thought that way, it would just be anarchy. Sometimes I'm surprised how well things go, considering that most people are motivated by economics and trying to get somewhere in the world. And often that's kind of done on the backs of other people, but it does not need to be, because this proves it. It says if you have something that you give, he's giving something, isn't he? He's not saying, please pay me some money so I can get oil for my weird looking trumpet. He's saying, I have spare time. I'm doing something free of charge. I'm creating something beautiful for others, which is going to, invigorate them and give them a sense of, wow, I feel valuable and loved. You can bet your bottom dollar when that plant grows all the way up and shines and it's on his level, it's probably going to create a bridge for him to get from this part, which is broken, to the other side, but it's a bridge with a giant gap. So as an example, this flower, because of his nurturing and care, then grows there and offers him something, so he's able to progress in his life. It's a symbiotic relationship. You help me, I help you. But it's not like that. It's not a transaction. No one's going to say to you, if you play the violin today outside, something amazing is going to happen. An agent is going to discover you, who's going to build a bridge to your music career, and suddenly you have an album. It's not like that. It's about doing something because you can and adding value where you think it needs to be added most. So he's gone to this derelict place. Everything is in ruins, and he plays it and transforms the whole thing and creates new life. Finally, we have strength. And also, you see the bridge is fixed now. We've got lots of structures here. So no structure, some structure, and the ultimate structure. You are strong, so there is going to be a tendency today to say, I can solve all of my life problems today. Now, we all know that that isn't possible usually. You can solve a couple of your problems on this day, but what I would suggest is, rather than spreading yourself thin by having 10 of wands, combine that into the Ace of Wands, i.e. one wand, and focus on the one thing that gives you pleasure, makes you happy, makes you feel like you're adding value to the world free of charge. That's the only thing you need to focus on. When you do, first of all, you have the strength to be able to do that, to be able to give without demanding something in return. Because that demands a kind of generosity and big word, magnanimity. And not everyone has that. Some people are so tight, they will, even if they see their own children starving, they won't budge 5 cents. Some people are very locked down and it's not a judgment, it's simply a personality trait. Someone may have been brought up to expect constant problems and interference, so they shut down and to protect themselves from being robbed, for instance. So you can't really, it's not a judgment thing, but some people are more open and strong than others. Some people are more vulnerable than others. First of all, the day in itself, if you simplify, if you don't try and solve all of your life problems in one day, just 2 or 3 max, okay? 2 or 3 max on this day. You'll really be able to pour a soothing balm onto the things that you want to grow. You have the strength to do it, first of all. You see this beautiful woman taming this huge beast, and he's got the paw on the sun. So in astrology, the sun rules Leo, and we can see that very well here because the lion, he's not even burnt by the sun. He's so strong that he controls the sun, and she controls him. The birds are taking a bath, watching this whole thing go by. The bridge is intact. So it really says what it looks like. I mean, it really means what it says here in the card. If you're strong, you're not going to become overwhelmed today. The lion isn't going to burn his paw suddenly. You're not going to lose control of the lion. What that means is that you have the power to move over any bridge in life that you want. But you can't do that when you're trying to cross 5 bridges at once. So try and keep it simple. 2, 3 problems or 1 problem. Pour some of your beautiful charm and your value onto it. First of all, you have the strength to do that today. If you don't feel like you're able to give anything for free, then you have the strength to give yourself a nudge and to say, actually, do you know what? I am going to do this for free. I totally disagree with it, but I'm going to do it. So you have the strength to do that. And then second of all, taking this opportunity is going to provide you strength long term. So you can really build a new future here. You can build a town which doesn't rest on your back and your shoulders. It can actually be on the ground so that you're not responsible for it. Don't take responsibility today. That's also important for things that aren't your problem. Oh, you're so selfish. You never do anything. That's not my problem. You think I'm selfish and that I never do anything. I think I'm very giving and I go jogging twice a day. And for me, that's enough. So your opinion of me really is not my problem. I'm not going to take that on board. You go and dislike me. I'm not going to join the club and help you in disliking me as if, please. So let's look at numbers. 10 and 6 is 16. And another, that's so weird. Yesterday we had 2 7s, which is mind and creativity. Today we've got 2 6s. 6, oh, this isn't 6 at all. 6, 7, that's 8. So the 6 is a temporary opportunity, a window of opportunity that opens. You have the strength to go through it. And if you do go through that doorway of opportunity, you become the big plant that you've always wanted to be. You're able to cross the bridge and get to where you want to go. And you're as free as the birds who can choose where to go, when to go, whatever. So, number-wise, 8 and 6 is 14, and 10 is 24. 2 and 4 is 6, and that's what this card is in the middle. It's a temporary window of opportunity that opens, and that will close again. So use today to really move forward, ideally with one thing. If you don't have the luxury to just focus on one thing, or you want to do more, which you probably will, because you are so strong today, please keep it to 2 or 3 things that you're focusing on. If you try and fix every 10 things in your life, you're just going to stumble all over yourself and get in a position where you're stuck. She's not going anywhere, right? If she leaves, everyone dies. Focus on the things you love and that you can nurture and help without demanding anything, and you're set. So 6 in the cards is really the same as in numerology. It represents an opportunity that can be missed if you don't seize the moment. So please do. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the button on the front page to order your reading with me. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, I use astrology, and I use numerology. To draw up your astrology chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then please order a chart rectification on the website. It's a process where I can work out your time of birth, and that's important to have the right time because the chart changes every 4 minutes. So if I want an accurate snapshot of you, then I work out the time, or you give me the time if you have it on your birth certificate or your mama remembers. Once I have your chart, I can see everything about you, where you've been in past lifetimes, what you're trying to do, what your talents are, what your life purpose is, what your talents are when it comes to work and creativity and love. Some people just have the amazing ability to just generate money. It just falls out of the sky for them. It's because they vibrate at a certain frequency. So raise your frequency today so that you also attract these wonderful things into your life and that you have bridges that you can cross. Yes. As I was saying in the personal readings, I got sidetracked, is that, with the money situation was coming up in future, when the best time is to travel or to move. I can answer any of those questions for you. If you like this video, then please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.